Hey guys, I'm Adrian for smartermedia.org and this is vlog number 6. Alright, before I start with this video, and before you read the title, or obviously you're going to read the title, but what do you see in this picture? Without trying to cut off the bottom here if you can't read the little text below, what do you see in the picture? And I'm guessing you'll see, most likely, either you'll see one, you'll see the girl's face, or two, you'll see the jazz musician playing his instrument right there. So, again, you'll see either the musician playing his instrument, or you'll see the lady's face in the picture. These are known as optical illusions, and how you perceive it differs very differently on you as an individual. And that's what my topic about today is about perception. How perception is, or how we perceive stuff. Perception is how we interpret stuff, how we interpret what's going on every day within objects or in life, everything. Perception is everything. And I recently watched a TED Talk on perception and how perception revolves so entirely around our world. And I've always been intrigued by this stuff. And whether it's talking about Inception, with the movie, the great movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and the star-studded cast, which was a dream, by the way, was a very, very kind of movie that kind of challenged the whole reality versus the dream state. Whether this is reality or not, and taking a look at the word reality to really, what is reality? Is there really such a thing in that reality isn't something that we all share in a way that we all share this world. We all live on this earth, but how we perceive stuff is so different that our reality is skewed compared to others' reality. In so many different things. Whether it is our religious beliefs, you may believe in something while I don't believe in something. Those beliefs that you perceive as a god or some sort of higher power or afterlife is something you perceive that will happen after you pass. It's something that you perceive when you pray or you read the Bible. While on the other hand, to me, I may perceive something else, or I may perceive nothing. The perception is different in that our reality is skewed because really our reality is to each its own. There's a great quote that was said that says, everything you see or hear or experience in any way is specific to you. You create a universe by perceiving it. So everything in the universe you perceive is specific to you. And that's just something that always, kind of stuck with me, that perception isn't, I can't explain my perception to you. I can try and explain how I see this, why I see this, whatever it may be, whether it's a belief in something or not. I can, lay my opinions on you, but that may not change your standing. That may not change your perception on something. Perception is something that's always used in psychology. So if you're ever looking to go into psychology, psychology is always something that talks about perception and sensation and how we perceive things in life. Because our cultural backgrounds, our religious beliefs, our views in life change how we perceive things. While somebody in the United States may see a highway and you'll perceive, you're expected, before you even get to the highway, to see cars. You're expected to have a whole bunch of cars on there driving whatever which way. While somebody who may live in a different part of the country may see cars on that highway and it may be totally unexpected to them. They may come from a place where streets are crowded with motorcycles or, tricycles or even whatever, some sort of automobile. So things may be different to them than it is to you. And when we're told something in life, it alters our perception in a way. Let's say you see a painting, for example, and you have really no idea what it's about, whatever it may be, and then somebody tells you the meaning behind the painting. They tell you, some art guy from the gallery tells you, oh, this is about, the artist's struggle, and he committed suicide after which, this is about his life spiraling down, or whatever it may be. Whether maybe it's true or not, maybe somebody just tells you that, and then that's how you perceive it, though. So as soon as somebody instills that idea in your head, that's how you perceive that reality. You may totally think you understand the picture, and then somebody comes along and tells you, oh, that guy was just messing around, or whatever. The guy doesn't even work here for that matter, or he may have got it wrong, or maybe that's his perception of the painting. Maybe that's what he personally sees the meaning behind that painting is. Well, sometimes we never know, especially in art or in different things, that reality is the way you perceive it. And this is always something that's been really, really interesting to me. Einstein talked a lot about perception. His very thesis of time dilation is based on perception, in that, let's say a famous example is about a train. So you say this remote is a train, and this is a platform. So let's say the train is coming by, and there's a person, a bystander on the platform, and there is a person inside the train. Their viewpoint, lightning strikes at the same time at the front and the back of the train. To the person inside the train, they perceive the lightning in the front strike first, while the person on the platform saw that the one on the back struck first before they even saw the one in the front strike. So, in two different viewpoints, two different scenarios, the person in the train saw the front because they can't even see the back, while the person on the platform just happened to see the one on the back strike first. So who's right? According to time dilation and Einstein's theory, is that we're both right. In our own way, the way we perceive reality in our own time set is right. You know, to this person in this scenario, they're right, while the other person in their scenario is right. So I think it's just super interesting that perception really changes the way, and an idea, just like in Inception, he mentions that it's one of the, a virus. Ideas are a virus. They can be instilled and they spread like wildfire. When we instill something in somebody, it spreads. Whether it's rumors, gossip, whatever. We can instill an idea, and that idea will never be forgotten. Maybe it's that if you stay underwater, you'll drown if you don't come up for air. That's how we perceive things, and that's true because obviously not everybody can breathe as long as everybody else underwater. So, there's definitely a room for logic. I'm always one for logic, that if there's evidence in the world that this doesn't exist or this does exist, it's just logic. It's based on logic. I'm not much one for believing in like destiny or fate or hope or stuff like that, because there's stuff just happens in life. It's just not destiny, but whether it's a coincidence or whatever, I think that stuff just happens. And then whatever, you live for the now type thing. So. It's really interesting to think. Does reality really exist, or is reality more perspective for each and every individual? I'd love to hear what you guys think. Comments, video replies are definitely welcome. Adrian here for smartermedia.org. More vlogs to come. I'm going to shoot a couple of videos today, so look forward to those. Thanks for watching.